Hey, what's up everybody? Bdf 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so getting out, did all my laundry, had to be done, and now find myself walking to Target because I need to get some things for the meal tonight, and also could afford a new stick of deodorant. So this is me walking down to the local Target because I can't go to Hollywood because damn Lakers play at 4:30 again. I'll be so glad when this season is over. But yeah, man, that is what's happening. Got up this morning, feeling a little irritated. I don't really know what the problem was. I don't know, man. I just got up on the wrong side of the bed, so I figured I'd get up and just keep pushing and do what all I needed to do. Not really think too much about nothing specific. Just get out and handle business. So there's plenty to do, and I'll take it out on that. So yeah, this is yet another phase of my day where things have to be done. It's my responsibility to do it. And you know, I made the Laker video this morning. Thought it came out okay, and did a couple art pieces. That was cool. Just spoke to my uncle, so he's gonna send that over for today's room day. And it's about 84 degrees, 83 degrees. It's gonna get a little hotter today, before probably raining next week again, as we would expect in this time of year. It's always something like that going on, where the weather is up and down, but we got some warm weather right here, and it's really nice out. So yeah, man, just gonna continue to try to maintain my my consistency. A little frustrated because I haven't been able to do my 100 blue workout, the 100 squat workout, very much. I think I've done it like once in the last 5 days, and it's just been because either I wasn't feeling well or the Lakers schedule was making it so that I had to, you know, rush home and didn't really have time to do it. If I wanted to focus on it and the game, it becomes a bit much. So that's why I've been not able to get it done like I'd like to. I think that's one of the little things that's been bothering me. It's just like, you know, certain things I want to do, I just can't do because of how the schedule's been. And you know, just a couple of days of this in a row, it just gets to a point where you're a little upset. But you know, I mean, I don't know, just gotta continue to maintain my consistency and sacrifice where necessary, and that's pretty much what I can do. Otherwise, there ain't a whole lot I can do about much. But you know, it is what it is, man. A little frustrated, but also very blessed to be awake, be alive, have the wherewithal to walk around and be happy about my health and all of that. So it ain't too much to complain about on many fronts. If anything, just got to continue to meditate and keep positivity in our minds and hearts, and you know, just focus on what we can control. You know, I wonder if the incorporation of the therapy session I just had is kind of lingering in my head about wanting to incorporate stress and meeting the urgency of hurried progress on my mental health. If all of that reality is something I've been doing a great job of avoiding, if that being brought to my reality, to the forefront of my mind, has not made me irritable, and I think that might probably be what it is. So there ain't really nothing else going on. But that's what happens when you go to therapy, man. They're gonna get into your head, force you to look at things you don't want to look at, force you to face things you don't want to face, and it can bring about bad energy. You know, a lot of these things that I'm avoiding are rather stressful for me, and I don't particularly handle stress very well, which is why this therapy is so incredibly necessary. So, you know, the idea that I gotta hurry up and get better, if I could hurry up and get better, I would have already been better. And I think after dealing with some of the same problems for as long as I've been around, same struggles, and not having really understood what I can do to be better, or what I can do to perceive things better, it just gets to a frustrating point where, you know, people are telling you, okay, well, why aren't you better yet? It's like, well, damn it, you tell me. Like, I have no idea what even better looks like. So yeah, man, just a little frustrated with just the overall reality of my circumstance. But at the same time, I'm sure people who want to see me better are also frustrated with things not moving along as they needed to. So I don't know what God has planned, but trusting Him is probably going to be the only way through this unscathed. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is put my trust in God and stay close to Him, and let everybody's point of view on my mental health be as it is. Just try to work on what I can work on, and if things have to change in a drastic way, then I'll deal with it as it comes, the same way I'm gonna deal with everything else. And so that's kind of how it has to be. And then you think about things that is going on in the world that you see that are frustrating as well, that eats away at your happiness a little bit. You see the genocide, see people getting away with it. That's never actually leaves my reality, but the last couple of weeks have been more of the same, and seeing more of it is probably contributing to my overall mood as well. But I am encouraged by the fact that I'm seeing a lot of people online continuing to raise their voice. We're not slowing down in that way. We're not chilling as it pertains to letting this happen and not saying nothing. We're still speaking on it, and that's, I think, is what we can do. Try to spread the word and hopefully inspire more people to speak up, speak out, and be fed up. And so that's really what it's about, man. I see a lot of people all over the country. About 3 days ago, they were protesting Trump, and that's a small problem in comparison to the bigger issue. And those of us who are knowledgeable, been paying attention to this genocide, we understand that. And for me, it's a start seeing people not be pleased with the government and wanting things to change, but they're not asking the right questions, or they're not being pointed in the right direction for which those questions could be manifested in their heads. Who's behind your government? Who is paying these people? Why are you seeing the Democrats in office and then the Republicans in office engaging in the same agenda? These are the questions that American people need to be asking. What we need to see is worldwide protest of AIPAC and other Israeli lobbies. That's who Americans need to be protesting and standing in the middle of the street with signs about. Donald Trump, that's the face of one side of a coin that they control both sides of. And if more people were knowledgeable about that, we could start enacting some change in the areas that actually reach the heart of the problem. People think they know what fascism is. Respectfully, they don't. The fascism they think is in place, talking about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is controlled by the same AIPAC that Donald Trump and Biden and all these people that you continue to see in your face, they keep telling you to vote for, is controlled by. The powers that be in this world understand that in order to move America's money, you got to control all sides of its government. So that is what they've done. They have bought both sides of the government, so that regardless of which one of these sides Americans decide to lean into, whichever side of the divide wins the vote in a given moment, they can control what needs to be done that way. They don't have to be living and dying with which one of these people we're going to vote for. If they control them both, they control the whole thing. If they control the House, they control the whole thing. If they control Congress, they control the whole thing, and that's what they understand. And they've understood this for a long time. So they've controlled these people for a long time. And a lot of the things that we are most concerned with, they control. A lot of the things that we look back on and say, whoa, this was awful, how did this happen? They enacted. With their reach, with their power, with people they control, they enacted these issues. And so how do we move forward? How we move forward? We have to pay attention to those who are paying the people behind all of this. And that's Israel, AIPAC, Zionist Jews. They control things. Just like we were raised to believe we can't talk about these people, that's not by accident. That's because they don't want to be exposed for all of the things that they are really doing. And so while people are pointing in one direction, they're coming up and they're uprising against Donald Trump and racism and all this me, my group, our group bullshit. Believe me when I tell you, they're not looking at this thing the right way. They're not. You're gonna get rid of Donald Trump and put what? The other leg of AIPAC in the office? You're gonna go with the Democrats again? It's the same. The people who control the Republicans control the Democrats. So if you're gonna be mad at one side and not the other, you're doing exactly what they need you to continue to do. Pick a side and be on that side, and they control both sides and they continue to win. Your focus, American people, is AIPAC, Israel, all Israeli lobbyist groups paying into your country, controlling your dollar and pointing it at the Israeli people. At the Palestinian people. They want to kill the Palestinian people. That is their main goal right now, is to destroy their children. A lot of y'all say that y'all stand for children, have a heart for children. These people want to normalize the destruction of those people's children so they can annihilate their race. That sounds extreme. I understand that for those who don't understand this. For the people who are protesting Donald Trump and upset because the other side didn't get in office. You haven't been exposed to the extreme nature of what controls your precious country, because it is not driven by the American dream and a bunch of people that you stand next to have an opportunity to have their side in control. They're not. That's the point. Your side is not in control. The Israelis are in control. The Zionist Jew is in control. And your precious government is held either by the balls by these people, or in some fashion are aligned with these people, dual citizenship, having them be half Israeli, half American, or whatever the hell. That's what is really going on there. If you want fascism out of your government, don't look at the idiot that's making Teslas. He's controlled by those doofuses too. Don't look at the idiot that used to do the TV show on NBC 15, 20 years ago. He's controlled by these idiots too. Don't look at Joe Biden. He's controlled by them too. Don't look to your Congress. They're all controlled by them. You're not going to appeal to them with your sense of dignity and all that. They want to kill children. How do you handle people that want to kill children? That's how you handle people like this. You don't try to reason with them. You ain't trying to sit up here and say, well, maybe if we just appeal to their sense of us, we stand, a lot of people think this is a nonviolent process. Respectfully, their entire way of pushing forth their intentions is through violence. You can engage in peace. You won't be moving them in one way or another. And that's why this is so ironclad, because a lot of us, the way we know how to handle circumstances is the we will overcome type singing and hands together. Like, this ain't a fight for you. You can't win that fight that way. These people are vicious, savage, demonic, baby killing bastards. They're not interested in being moved because you have a bleeding heart for whatever they care. They don't care. They're not interested in that. They're on a holy mission to destroy an entire race of people, targeting the children first. They're not interested in you being at peace or not at peace with them. They don't care. They just as well kill you. The biggest voice talking about this, ironically enough, is somebody we probably would not listen to because of certain things that she said in the past when a lot of us were in the dark. And her name is Candace Owens. She is the biggest voice I've seen tell the truth about these people, and I think she's in danger. Now, I think it's time to start praying for this woman. I understand that she's done some things. She stood with some people who didn't like her own people for a while, and how we view things in our way of doing things. It's like, yo, she's a black woman. This is bad. She don't stand with black men. She has a certain view on us that ain't good. She's the only person right now who's using her platform to speak truth to the powers that be that ultimately are doing these things. She's one of the most important voices in our world right now. I just want people to understand that. I'm not a fan of her image and what she's done in the past. I didn't agree with a lot of what she said. I think she was in the dark a lot of the time. I think a lot of us were in the dark and we were looking at things through a lens that made us exalt ourselves as a group of people and not necessarily care too much about people who would go against that. I think that that's how we were raised to be. I think that's more divide and conquer nonsense. And use your blackness against you and they continue to gaslight you, and if you're a black person, put you in a position to feel like you're the center of the universe when in actuality they push you aside. A lot of that stuff made us view this woman a certain way. And to a point, a lot of the time when she was speaking that way, she was younger. She was in her 20s. She's much younger than me. I think she's like 33 right now. So a lot of that stuff she was doing, she was appealing to people that she's learned that weren't that great since. She's making a lot of sense in 2025. And it's a damn shame what she did to her credibility with her own people in the past that make it so that we wouldn't turn toward her with any credibility now, because she's telling the truth. She needs to be listened to right now. She needs to be listened to right now. She needs to be protected right now. Because I can guarantee you some very serious people do not want her around speaking the things she's speaking with the voice she has. They do not. And there's a lot of black people who don't like her off the strength of what they remember her saying in the past, which is on her. But that don't mean that what's coming out of her mouth right now isn't absolutely and utterly essential to our understanding of what's happening to our government. And ultimately exactly how much danger we're in so long as they are continuing to be bought by these people. So that's what needs to be said, man. You know me, I'm not afraid of nothing. Not when it comes to things that are actual danger. I'm afraid of stupid stuff. That's why my mental health is as it is. But at the same time, when it comes to big, huge conglomerates of religious extremists that want to kill children, yeah, no, I don't fear them at all. So I'm going to be up here with my small voice telling you the same thing she's basically telling you, which is AIPAC owns both sides of your government. As long as you're choosing a side, you choose an AIPAC. And as you choose AIPAC, understand that you're choosing people who are killing children for fun. Because they believe they're better than everybody else and they think the children are going to grow up to be terrorists, or they just don't care and they want us to think those people are going to grow up to be terrorists so they can justify killing them. Whatever the case may be, it's religious extremism. These people have the most power in the world. And if you're serious about your country, you're going to be serious about removing them from power at all costs. At all costs. Same goes for Canada, same goes for the UK and all the Western countries. They own you all. They own you all so long as you allow them to, so long as you're picking one side or another, conservative, this or that. There's always some split down the middle, Democrat, Republican, right, left. It's always something. They know to control both sides. Period. They know to control both sides. They know that they have their military in a space where the military will live and die with the flag, regardless if the flag is living for the right things or waving for the wrong things. And they stand behind that, enacting some of the worst terroristic things of our time against some of the poorest people on earth. And so that's what this is reality. All that other stuff that people are talking about, all this, protest Trump, you protest one leg, the other leg is still standing. It's literally the same body, man. Still controlled by the same devil, looking to do the same horrible thing while you're not paying no attention. And the very thing they want you to do is pick a damn side. Pick a side. So that they can, in controlling both sides, can enact whatever they want. It would be a wonderful world if they wanted to enact things that were just simply normal and balanced and move a couple of dollars here and there, build something big, go to space. If that's what they were really about, this wouldn't be as dire of a situation. But that they want to annihilate Palestinian people and kill their children is the reality of what it is we're faced with. That's what's going on. If these people just wanted to get rich in tech and all these different things, if it was just about grabbing money and controlling the earth that way, that would be fine, bro. Hey, have at it. Capitalism at its best. It's evil, but it's what you do. But this is not what they're on. They are on a specific mission to enact what they want you to believe those they're doing this to are interested in enacting. You know how they say the word jihad? Yeah, they want you to think the Islamic side wants to commit a jihad. No, the Jewish side wants to commit a nakba. And y'all need to understand what that word means. It means the same thing as jihad. It's a holy war against their enemies. Their enemies happen to be the Islamic people. The very essence of what it is they've been painting the Islamic people out to be is the very essence of what it is that they've actually been. Extremists looking to annihilate people, mostly children, innocent people that can't defend themselves. We need to understand this as we move about protesting this side or that side. They're using your dollars, they're using your government to enact this process. So that's what I want people to understand, because I know a lot of people ain't paying attention to this. They ain't seeing what is out there to see. They're not tapped into spaces that allow them to understand what it is that I just said is fact. This seems weird. This seems extreme. This is not real. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you don't have to take my word for it. There are individuals out there with much more prominent voices telling you, and there's footage of this genocide for you to see. The Yemeni are trying to stop it. Iran is not your enemy. Iran has its own thing going on. I'm not sure they're the good guys necessarily, but they're definitely not who you are supposed to hate. You know what I mean? They're just a superpower with a whole lot of oil, probably looking to do their own thing. A lot of those guys in the Middle East are not looking to be great human beings or save the Palestinian people. That part has been clear to me too. A lot of them are just looking to be bought themselves, looking to enact their own version of whatever it is they feel, however it goes. And that's the problem. You got a great divide in the Middle East. It's not just simply the Middle East versus the West. No, it's some of the Middle East aligned with the West, so long as the price is right. It's a very devious world out here, man. Palestinian people need our help. That's what it really comes down to. They need our help, bro. You can pick a side on this. You can say it's political. You can say it's not. But I'm telling you, they're killing kids, bro. They're killing children. While y'all sitting here trying to figure out if you care or not, they're murdering little ones. That's what's happening in that situation. That's the unspoken truth about the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. That the Israelis are targeting the Palestinians' children. They're looking to kill the children. They're not looking to kill grown men. They're looking to kill children, y'all. And I don't know that everybody who supports the Israelis understand that. Some do. But I don't think everybody does, man. I don't think everybody does. That's the urgency behind the words that I say. Is that they are targeting small people, little people, minors, babies. That's what you must keep in the forefront of your mind when you see or hear any support or any conversation had about this particular topic. This is not army versus army. This is not a war. This is child killing on a global scale, done by huge whales and governments. There is no greater evil in your world today, ladies and gentlemen. There is no greater evil. And so that's why I choose to use my voice to speak on it, man. I don't want nothing the baby killers are offering me. I don't want to be blasted by their platforms to get big or wealthy. I don't need anything from them people but for them to stop killing these people in the Middle East, man. That's literally all I need from them. I don't need shit else from them. Don't want nothing from them. I think a good portion of our society, if we're aware of what it is I'm saying, would be intentional on removing them from the powers that they have over our government. But what I know about our government is that this is a colonial project succeeded. It is going to be controlled or bought by some form of evil. If it ain't Israeli evil, it's going to be a different kind of evil. This thing is lost. So whether they control it or not is not much of a concern to me. The Israeli Jews, they can have this government. I don't give a damn about that. It's their bigger picture intention that I truly cannot live with. It's them looking to destroy the Palestinian people as a race of people that I really can't live with. I don't give a damn if they bought every politician in Congress. I don't care. Because the Congress is up for pay. They're up for sale. They're going to be bought by someone, if not you. I don't care. That situation is already lost. That's what I want people to understand. My priority is not to get them out of our government. That is owned by the devil one way or another. My interest is getting them away from those children that they're killing with these bombs and with our tax dollars. But I don't want anybody to be confused. If these idiot politicians weren't owned by these people, they'd be owned by somebody else. And as soon as you remove these devils from the situation, some more devils will come in and buy those bastards. It's just the nature of it all. So that's what I want people to understand, man. They can have the government. I don't give a damn. They can have the country. They already own it anyway. Just stop killing those kids. Stop trying to destroy these people in the name of your own damn selves. That's my thing. Whatever else you want to do with this piece of shit ass country, you do it. Do it. Stole it from my ancestors and they made my other ancestors work hard so it could be built. I don't give a shit what happens to this thing. I really don't. It's lost. It's been lost. And the fact that it all boiled down to us being silent while these people who control the thing kill children just speaks to it being lost. Y'all can have that patriotism stuff. I don't. I love the people around me. I love that the land is as it is. The land was made by God. The people were made by God. But this put together, the way that it is put together, it was done in sin, bro. It was done in destruction. It was done in colonial practices of demonic, racist intentions, bro. This is not a blessed situation. We don't have a blessed country. We really don't. The land is blessed. But the structure is cursed. And that people don't see it that way. It's just a byproduct of the curse. Bdf 44, thank you all for watching. I'm out.